Good morning. This is Ron Janish from andrewscoursoneword.com. And today is the 24th of May. And there's some very interesting things that are potentially coming up in the stock market, and we will cover that in this video today. And in addition to that, well, first of all, where are we? We're the 24th of May, and it's 8:19 a.m. in California, which means the New York market opened almost a couple hours ago. New York stock market, that is. And show you what our positions are at the present time. Let's take a look. In corn, looks like we own a couple. Okay. And you can see the value where we got in right here and what our P&L is right there. And let's take a look at cattle. We disown these guys. This is a daily chart, by the way. And so it looks like 123.8 should be about here. So we got short about over here, and it's just kind of drifting lower. And this drift may take a while. Let's take a look at the next one, natural gas. What can I say? We're on the long side here, and got in right around where the price is right now, not too far away. Let's take a look. Corn. We're long the corn, and got in a little bit below where the price is right now. Not much. And so that's what it is on the corn. Now, if you're looking at futures, well, in the futures, remember in the last video where I talked about stocks, I mentioned that we were long Thailand. Okay, and this is a daily chart, and this has come down from that last conversation, and now it's up and away we go again. And the theory is that this will significantly outdo the U.S. stock market, assuming the U.S. stock market goes up. Okay. So let's see, what else do we have? We also have iPay. I covered that one, and that one's been going on nicely. Now, if you look at the pattern in here, this is starting to look interesting. We did take profits in here, even though this may wind up going up for a while, because we put our money into this one here. Okay. Let's see, what else do we own? Oh, yes, here we go, Brazil. Yeah, this one's really wild and woolly. Look at this. In one day, it went down like 15–20%. Boom! But we're still on the long side here. And here, let's take a look at a weekly chart. Oh, yeah, this really looks terrible. Hey, this really went down. Looks like all the bad news is probably out. And anyway, we're on the long side, and this is a long-term position. The theory is that this year, foreign indices will outperform American indices, and within that, of course, there's certain stocks in certain countries, and this one is kind of interesting. This is a company that produces beef in Brazil, and we know that beef is going to keep on selling, even if you bribe a few people here and there. So they just keep on selling their beef. Now let's take a look at something that may be coming up in the future. Now, this is a big, huge maybe, but we have enough in place right now to be able to say what I'm about to say here. Okay, this is the NASDAQ. Now, this is a weekly NASDAQ chart. Okay, and notice I have a limit sell up here, which is, it's just let's call it a placeholder. Okay, it makes sure that that if I have a limit sell somewhere up in the stratosphere, it makes sure that the NASDAQ is then in my portfolio of present positions. That's all, even though my present position is 0 in the NASDAQ. And what we're looking at is this one, which is right near its old highs, this one has a pretty good shot at making new highs, and after it makes new highs, perhaps somewhere around the 58 area, is then it would reverse to the downside for quite some time. You course members know why, and let's see. You can look at this pattern and say, yeah, I know why he says that. Okay, so if you took andrewscourse.com, you know why I say that. Okay, and let's take a look at the other one that's really interesting. Now, several weeks ago, I sent out to course members some charts, and I showed how specifically this pattern that occurred up here was the same as 3 or 4 other tops that lasted several weeks. So in other words, if this is a daily chart, so this here would be a chart this would be a top that lasted several weeks. Okay, but this wasn't one of them. This is one of them here. And so the theory is that as I told Matt when he was visiting, and when he was visiting it was about over here, that I'm looking for this one to do some wiggling in here, and we're just going up right now, still haven't done some good wiggling. And after the wiggle is over, then as long as it doesn't go above here, then what we're looking at is a very significant down move. That'll probably last a few weeks. Okay, so we're not forecasting the end of the world. Now, what's interesting about this, to me, is that those of you that know who Harry Dent is, he's kind of famous for teaching this demographic concept. Well, fact of the matter is that demographics don't change very much, but the stock market has lots of tops and bottoms temporarily. And so what I've noticed is that he has a tendency to forecast a down move in the stock market when a certain pattern is in place. And at the present time, this pattern is in place in the Russell. So if you're a course member, you can, if you look at the email I sent out a few weeks ago with the Russell charts in it that showed the different tops that you could have picked easily using this approach that typically lasted a few weeks, you would see what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I'm waiting for this guy here to do its little wiggle dance to the upside, and then we'll see. Okay, see if we want to go short. Not saying I'm definitely gonna yet, but this could happen. So, and when would this happen? Well, my guess is it would probably occur near Memorial Day. Okay. So this will take a bit more time. It won't happen today or tomorrow, or but it could happen near Memorial Day. So let's keep an eye on that. And here's the other thing is if we're take a look at this one right now. Here we go. We're short the 10-year. Okay, now if you remember, we wound up going short up here, took a ride down to here, and then we switched over to the regular 30-year bonds and took a ride to the upside and showed you a nice way of drawing some lines to help you know when to take profits, and sent out an email on that. Well, now, if you look at this pattern here, just imagine if you're a course member, imagine that for some reason there's a nice big shock and this guy goes down and makes new lows. Maybe in this area here. Okay, then you'll know exactly what it is I'm looking at. So this would be an interesting coincidence to coincide with some kind of top in the stock market, because we all know that when the world sees some kind of crisis, often the stock market will go down and the bond market will go up. So will this happen? For sure. I don't know, but it's something I'm keeping my eye open on, and so we'll see from here. Okay, so I thank you for your time, and remember, this is andrewscourse.com, and we are in May, and we have no more expanded courses left. We are nearly sold out for June. We get advance orders sometimes, and so that's what we have right now. So would appreciate if you want to take the course, please do. Just go to andrewscourse.com, click on the order, and you'll instantly get access to a whole lot of videos. I think there's over 25 videos, maybe more, that cover what we do, and they're about 10-15 minutes a piece, and that's a very important part of the course. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Bye.